Good morning. Hi, my name is Albert Wong, and I come from Canada, and this is my 5th week at Keats School. And so far, I've had such a tremendous experience here that I wanted to share some of what I've learned and what I've experienced here for you if you're trying to decide whether or not to come here. So I'm going to talk about 3 things: my teacher, the service that I've received at Keats, and thirdly, the volunteer program. So to start off, my background in Mandarin I've had several months of training, but I still consider myself as very basic. So when I was matched up to my teacher, I was very, very impressed and very happy that she had experience teaching other students of my level. And what makes my teacher a really good match for me is I find that she's very patient. I think that's very important in a teacher. She has a good sense of humor, so we find ourselves laughing in class quite a bit. And she's also very creative in putting together lessons plans. One of the things that I like the most is that sometimes we take our class outside of the classroom, and so we've been to the market to buy fruit, where I can practice my Mandarin on how to purchase items. We've also been to Yunnan University, where I've talked to students there. And also, I've also been to Cuihu Gongyuan, which is Green Lake Park, where my teacher gave me several questions where I can ask the locals around so that I can practice in a real setting. So that was a lot of fun. She also makes good use of the recorder that I brought with me. So she's actually read out some vocabulary lists for me so that I can hear how it's properly pronounced. So when I go back to Canada, I can actually practice from listening to the tape. As well, my teacher has been great. She's created certain situations where she's spoken with another teacher and they've recorded the conversation on my digital recorder so that I can listen to it, and she'll ask me questions and I'll respond as to what I heard. So I find that was a very good use of technology there. And at the service that I've received at Keats so far, I've been very impressed with. When I started communicating with Keats back in Canada, I had a lot of questions that I would send every day. And every day I would receive responses back very quickly and very professionally. So that made me feel comfortable that I was coming to a very professional place to learn Mandarin. As well, the first couple of weeks I was given teacher training feedback forms, or my class feedback, where I could write down how my classes were going, if there was any improvements that I could suggest. So that was very good because they're taking into consideration, how my experience is going and if there's anything else that can be done to improve my lessons. So I like that aspect. As well, the school also organizes from time to time field trips on the weekend. So this past weekend we went to Black Dragon Pool, Heilong Tan. One of our teachers, a couple of our teachers went with us, and other students as well. So it was a good way to see the beautiful surroundings that Kunming has to offer, and Kunming is a very lovely city. As well, we've also been to Hot Pot together, a restaurant where the students and teachers again got together and got to get to know each other and experience the food that Kunming has. I've chosen to stay in the school in the dormitory, and it's a very good room. It's very close. I'm within 1 minute to my classroom. I've got a refrigerator, some water, a water dispenser, microwave, as well as a television and a DVD player, which is very good for playing Chinese movies where I can watch it in my own room. And finally, the food here. I chose the meal plan here, and I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner here, and there's many varieties of food. I think there's probably about 10 plates each time, and the food is very good. A lot of the students here like it very much. The last part I want to talk about is the volunteer program, which is actually very, very, very interesting, because when I was first looking for volunteer programs, I was not even expecting to look outside of Canada, but when I saw this one from Keats, it gave me the opportunity to both learn Mandarin and also to volunteer where I could be teaching English. So I was given a choice between teaching English at an elementary school and also a school for the disabled, vision impaired or blind students and hearing impaired deaf students. So I decided to teach at the disabled school, and I've been teaching there for 4 weeks now. I've had 3 classes each week. 2 classes of students are hearing impaired, And one class is vision impaired, so they're blind. So it's given me an opportunity to really see how these kids, how difficult situation they have, but how they're so enthusiastic about learning English. And they're very excited to have a foreign teacher there too. They're just really adorable kids. And I was matched with a mentor teacher who's the regular English teacher. So she helps me a lot through the communication. So when I'm speaking in English to the students that are deaf, she does the 小语 or the hand sign language. And when I'm teaching English to the blind students, she will actually translate into Mandarin. So it's a very good team effort there. I've really enjoyed myself at the school. And actually I've got one thing that I brought with me. It's you won't be able to see it on the camera, but it's actually a Braille picture that one of my students made for me. And it's got a picture of a farmhouse, a tree, some clouds, the sun, and some 2 fish. And it was a very thoughtful gift. I didn't expect it at all. But I would say that I had great experience teaching them English. I think they've learned a lot, and as well, I think they had a good time. And for me, I found it was very rewarding for myself. I think I got as much out of it as the students did. So that's my experience at Keats. I'm happy to share it with you. And if you have any questions, definitely send the questions to the administration. They'll get back to you. And I hope you have a good time here if you decide to come. Thanks.